Boy, it got grumpy last night. I don't know what the deal with it was. It started getting grumpy last night.
So, everybody on YouTube, this is the Ace Pro 1, first gen in 8K. I'm supposed to get the Ace Pro 2 today, Friday. Which, if it comes today, then the next video on YouTube should be the new camera. Hopefully. So then there's no problems. So this will be 8K, 24 frames. With the Leica Vivid profile in D-Warp. For all you who care about specs. Everything's pretty much set at auto. White balance, everything's set at auto. EV set its arrow.
Looks like they're cleaning out the...
They'll probably still use this camera. I'll just get another SD card for another really new one. But one thing is if we're traveling or something, I could be recording on the right side of the left side and the right side of the camera.
Yes, you could.
It just make processing
more exciting.
the video a lot longer. That's why I said when I get that new phone and when the S25 Ultra comes out, they're going to I need the 1 terabyte one, please. Otherwise, I'm going to have to get a newer laptop to edit videos. Going to need the 4 terabyte drive one or something.
Price went down a little bit.
Cheapest grade.
I don't know. Yeah.
Maybe the 87 without the ethanol.
It's rare to find it without ethanol nowadays.
Well, yeah. Some places do.
starter's back.
Bunch there.
Yeah, I think the guy's testing today, if I remember right.
Okay, quick update, guys. Camera showed it. My camera came. Gotta go pick it up now.
Yeah, the Wonder Box is way better than Tiny Track.
Oh,
4.
tremendously.
But at the time, it was the thing. Or a thing.
A thing, yeah.
It was cheaper. That was the bottom line on it.
Yeah. The promise was there. It's just
they never kept up on it or did any.
They have not done any firmware updates to it at all. They haven't done any configuration updates at all. Mind you, they haven't really released any new firmware for the Wonder Box either, but it at least worked.
It worked, and it's simple setup, and it locks stuff.
Yeah. When it works, why change it?
Well,
unlike the Tiny Track is, it didn't work initially out of the box. They released a couple of firmware updates for it, and then they all stopped. And they haven't released anything new since either.
Well, I took this
for years. It's been years.
I read up on the scanner, and I was going to take it apart. I took it apart, and I looked at because it charges the capacitor. Yeah. That's how it maintains memory. It doesn't have a battery. It uses the capacitor like a battery.
Yeah. For a while, Tiny Track was the thing to go with.
Yeah.
Then they released the Tiny Track 4, and they promised it would do a whole bunch of stuff more, and then it just didn't deliver. Well, and that was in like 2016.
Right.
It's 2024, and they haven't done anything.
But nobody back then you couldn't buy a PRS built into your radio.
Well, no.
Nobody had it. That's where the Tiny Track was a big jump up. The Tiny Track 3.
Well, it still had its issues.
It had lots of issues.
But yeah, it was a lot easier. It was a lot easier than the old having to have your TNC and KISS mode and all that stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, it was bigger than it was better than that.
At the time, it was a good jump, but
yeah.
But we were always fooling with it.
Yeah, well, of course we were.
Now you just plug
it
set it up.
Mickey Mouse and
interconnectors and all kinds of stuff. They all kept popping apart, and the radio went wacky, and everything went wacky.
Well, the radio was the number. We had junk radios.
Yes, we did.
We went with a cheap Alinco piece of junk.
No, they weren't Linkos. They were
Kentwoods or
they were
what are the junky versions? ADIs.
Yep.
They were a junk version.
140. We had 144s and 440s. Yeah. There was two versions, and no matter how many times we took them apart, even Robert took them apart and put them back together. No. Still kept screwing up the same way.
Yeah.
I went in there and soldered extra grounds across there, like it said to do. And still junk. And everything about them were junk.
Yeah.
They took a bad design from Kenwood and made it worse.
Yeah.
But they made it cheap.
Yes.
But I didn't know that it didn't like getting cold and start chirping when it would get cold and stuff. Yeah. Very poor radio.
Yep.
But that was the first VHF and UHF mobiles we had.
Yep.
Back in the day.
How far we've come, huh?
Well, a lot, but it's a lot of money too.
Yes, it has been. And we ain't rich either.
No, but we do have a couple dimes to rub together, so it's kind of nice.
Look out for those good deals where you can find them. In fact, Rich is still rocking his 400 that I bought him. So.
Yep. Yep.
Or is in his opinion the only gay suit that's ever worked in his truck?
Yes.
Ever.
Well, set up. It works.
Like he says, I tried gay suits before and no, I can't. None would ever work in my vehicles.
And it's still running.
Still working, yes.
Yeah.
Still working well.
Set it up, leave it alone. It works fine.
I think he had somebody else help set him up. But
I went out and gave him. He didn't really want me to do it, which is fine. I think he had Rob do it, I think.
Probably.
Or the train engineer guy.
Well, I love how
Jay.
Ralph is like, how many 400s do you have?
So,
Yeah. And then Art's like, oh, my 500's still in the box that it came with. I haven't taken it out once. And there's a reason for that, right? I honestly believe, still in my opinion, because they made such a good product that they had to make another version, so people would buy the other version.
yeah.
Because they were having to start discount the 400.
400 good radio.
Because I still believe that is the case, because I don't believe we were limited on this and that.
No,
I was like, no, it's bull
They
crap.
wanted a new model so they could charge more money.
Yeah, so they could sell more.
Yeah. The 400 is fine.
Yeah.
And that's the control head you use to control the repeater.
Yeah.
You have to go in here, you need
Well,
a
that's the
400.
thing that some people were saying is like the part or something they were talking about they couldn't get anymore is the same part they used on one of their
3,
newer
4s, and
repeaters.
5s, yeah.
I'm like, well, they couldn't get it. Now they're using another new repeater. What the heck?
Yeah. It's the control head for the 400 is what you need to talk to the computer.
Yeah. And they still sell those.
Yeah.
But
It's garbage.
they were the one that were talking.
They wanted a new model.
Yes.
They wanted to be able to charge more for it.
Yep.
400 had become the standard.
Yeah.
I don't like the layout of the 5.
No.
It's not as good as the 400.
Yeah.
If all my 400s died, then I would look at very hard at a 3, 4, or 5.
Or something else.
Or something else, but I don't think they're going to die right away. And
No, I
I got
don't
a couple
think so.
spares. So.
Yeah. All the issues that people talked about them having problems with, we haven't noticed at all. Well, the display goes bad. Well, don't punch it so hard. I think some people just push on it too damn hard.
Try to keep it direct sun.
That helps too.
So maintenance, yep. We got white bands now instead of blue. That burger's bigger than a monster biscuit, I think. Maybe not.
Yeah.